Morning, church. Pastor Brandon here with you, picking up where Matt left off yesterday. Great job, Matt, talking about advancing the gospel. And Paul continues that strain today, beginning in verse 19, as he kind of is talking about how he's encouraged by the Philippians. And he says, "For I know that through your prayers and the help of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, this will turn out for my deliverance. As it is my eager expectation and hope that I will not be at all ashamed, but that with full courage, not as always, Christ will be honored in my body, whether by life or by death. For to me, to live is Christ, and to die is gain." So what Paul is saying here is, number one, he's encouraged by other believers during this time of struggle for him as he's in prison in Rome, and he's advancing the gospel amongst the prison guards and all that. So he's saying, in my life, I don't want to be ashamed of my time serving Christ, whether I be here in prison or whether I be free. I want to constantly be serving Christ. And he even says, to live is Christ, meaning my life should be exemplified by my service to Christ and my love for Christ and my worship of Christ. But even better than that, Paul says, to die is gain, because he's so at peace with what could happen to him in prison. I mean, Paul's been through a lot already at this point, and he knows the struggle physically in his time period in the first century of following Christ. I mean, they were persecuted, they were put in prison like Paul is, they were beaten. There was a lot of things that could have happened to you. So to follow Christ in the first century was no easy task. And Paul is saying, because of the encouragement of the Philippians, because of the encouragement of you as fellow believers praying for me, I know that I'm going to be delivered from this one way or the other. And to live, I want to continue to advance that gospel, but to die is even better, because I get to go be with Christ, who sits at the right hand of the Father. So let me encourage you today, as maybe you're struggling in your faith today. And let me just encourage you to look at Paul's life, continue to sift through the pages of Philippians and be encouraged by other believers as Paul is, and really delve into what Christ wants you to do. Most of all, he wants us to be advancing the gospel in our lives as well as in our death, that we can live at peace knowing that no matter what happens to us, Christ is on the throne. And I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow as we look more at Philippians.